So my name is Liz O'Mahony. I'm a Group HR Officer with Musgrave. I'm here tonight to talk to you about our graduate programme, to give you a really brief, high-level overview of what we do as a company. I'm sure many of you would recognise our brands, but I suppose the objective of my talk here tonight is just to speak to you about the graduate programme and answer any queries that you may have. So the agenda of my presentation is to go through a simple introduction, which I'm doing, go through our business, our brands, our graduate programme, our application process, our selection process, and then our success stories from past graduates. So as I said, I'm Liz. I work in Musgrave Group offices in Airport Road. I manage the graduate recruitment programme for Musgrave as a whole, and then I work with a team of HR managers and officers across all of the divisions within Musgrave, just on the day-to-day development of the graduates. Okay, so our business, Musgrave, for those of you that don't know, we're a partner to entrepreneurial food retailers and food service professionals. So I'm going to go through our brands in just a bit of detail and maybe a bit just to give you an idea of where we're coming from. So our business started with a partnership, and partnership remains at the very heart of our company culture. We remain an independent family business that forges enduring partnerships with other family businesses, retailers and suppliers to serve and help maintain vibrant local communities. So you'll see for quite a lot of our brands, be it Centres, Super Value around Munster, you'll see quite a lot of local activity in terms of football or maybe marathon events or different things. So it's really down to each of the retailers to get involved in the community, and that's what makes them unique in their business. Our retail partners and their staff work hard to ensure that the stores thrive through excellence, and the result then is a winning combination capable of competing head-to-head with the best in this sector. So who we are today, we're a privately owned company. We're 75% family, 25% employee. 25% employee comes from, I suppose, after 3 years of being with Musgrave, you are entitled to share options. We're one of Ireland's largest employers. Directly in our offices and divisions, we employ 5,000 employees, and indirectly throughout our stores and divisions, we have 35,000 employees. Outside of Ireland, when you include Northern Ireland and Great Britain and Spain, we have 56,000 employees throughout the Musgrave Group, and we are the largest single supplier to the grocery industry in Ireland. So our locations, as I said, we're based in the Republic of Ireland. We have Musgrave Retail Partners, which are based in Tramore Road. We have Musgrave Wholesale Partners, which are mainly based in Dublin, and then we've got the cash and carry, which would be various different, I suppose, windows off them, the Wholesale Partners division. Then we've got Musgrave Retail Partners Northern Ireland, where you have the Mace brand. We have Musgrave Retail Partners Great Britain, which covers Budgeons and Landis. And then we've got Musgrave Spain. So Musgrave in Spain runs quite independently. They don't really need much support from us here, but we do work with them quite closely in terms of finance, HR, and any of the support that is required. So our structure, I'm not too sure if many of you know, I suppose, what we call our divisions, and I would imagine none of you don't. I didn't when I started in Musgrave, so I just wanted to give you an idea of where we're coming from. So I'm going to start just in the circle and start in the top right hand corner, where the icons for Super Value and Centra. So this is Musgrave Retail Partners. As I said, the main base for this division is in Tramore Road, and these are the brands that we cover here, so it's Super Value and Centra. We have Musgrave Operating Partners Ireland, which is Superquin. So Musgrave took over Superquin last year, and they've been going through a successful rebranding. I'm sure there'll be quite a lot of media coverage over the next few days just of the flagship store in Blackrock, went under a whole new refurbishment, so it's really the start of the Superquin brand coming back into play. And then we have Musgrave Wholesale Partners, which is Musgrave Marketplace, Musgrave Food Services and Daybreak. We have Musgrave España, which is Super Value, Dialsor, Cash and Carry and Dialpri. These are based really in southeast Spain, so you have the areas of Almeria, Murcia, different areas around there. And then you have Musgrave Retail Partners GB, which is Budgeons and Landis. And we also then finally have Musgrave Retail Partners NI, which is Super Value, Centra and Mace. Okay, so now that was really my brief overview. If you want more info on Musgrave, I suppose the background of Musgrave and where we came from, it's available on our website. But as I said, what I'm here tonight is really to go through our graduate programme and to answer your questions that you might have. So just to give you a bit of detail on our graduate development programme, it's embedded in the business for over a decade. All of our graduates rotate after a year. So when you start off in the programme, you could be based in any one of the following locations: Cork, Dublin, Northern Ireland, or GB. Our main office in GB is in Harefield, which is quite close to London. So when you start in September, you will be put into one of these locations, and after 1 year, you'll rotate to a different part of the business. It's great in the sense of you can go in, get a year in retail, a year in wholesale, so in fact you're actually getting through 2 different roles within a 2-year programme. As I said, it's 2 years in duration. Flexibility is essential. I know when you come out of college, sometimes some graduates want to stay in the one location, other graduates want to spread their wings and move, so we're looking for people, I suppose, that will be flexible. The more flexible you can be when you finish, I suppose, the faster you progress in your career. And because you're going to have so many different learnings from different businesses within the organisation, it'll really allow you to progress quite quickly. So what we offer, I suppose, we've high levels of responsibility at an early stage of your career. We've managerial exposure and experience. We have a competitive salary and an excellent career path and opportunities. All of our career paths are available on the website, and they'll offer you, I suppose, just a flow of where you start out as a graduate and really end up as a director of that function. So, as part of our graduate development programme, we have introduced another programme this year as part of it, which is run in conjunction with the IMI, the Irish Management Institute in Dublin. So as part of that, we've created 8 core modules, which you will study over the 2 years of your duration on the graduate programme. I suppose what we've found in the past and the feedback that we've gotten from graduates is they generally don't find it very easy to transition from college into the workplace. It's quite daunting, you know, even from going in on your first day, knowing what to wear, knowing where to go, who to talk to, who you can email, who you can send a meeting request to. They're probably really small things for people that have been in the business quite a long time, but for you they're the essentials, and they're the things that are going to worry you going to bed at night for the initial few days. So like, we do offer quite a lot of support in terms of mentors and buddies. As I know a lot of the rest of the girls have said as well, like, it's essential to come in and kind of have a buddy in that you can ask your daily questions, and a mentor that will really support you in terms of fitting into the organisation and recognising the company values. As part of the IMI programme, our module 1 is transitioning into the workplace. So it's really about our values, time management, self-management. A lot of you will find it really difficult to transition into the workforce in terms of managing yourself as a person. And everyone is different. You know, you might have 20 graduates starting, but each one of you will be quite different. So something different will scare you or motivate you, so it's important to recognise that from the outset. So that programme includes Musgrave guest speakers. So we have the CEO of the business and different functional directors that I suppose will really give you an insight into functions and modules that are important to us, be it finance, strategy, innovation, and different core areas. There's also going to be a store partnership project, and then at the end of it there will be a project assigned to you from your function also. So our application process is open, so get applying. It's open now until the 26th of October. What we're looking for is an honours primary degree, 2-1. A master's is welcome, but it's not necessary. All academic backgrounds are considered. I did a chemistry degree and I went on to do HR afterwards, and I now work in HR. So, you know, think of it now as the opportunity that you can really, if you put your mind to it, look at different things and really find the job that's going to suit you. Like, the areas that we're recruiting into, I suppose, are finance, trading, supply chain and marketing. And we look at all degree disciplines for it, but you have to sell yourself in your application. And I suppose make us realise why you want the job and why you want to work in retail. You need to have a passion for food and retail industry. You know, for those people that go into the stores and they see the different brands or the packaging or the different, I suppose, be it yogurts or bread or anything, you know, look out for these kind of things. Our application process itself is an online application form, so it's done through musgravegraduates.ie, which I'll go through after. We basically, once you apply, after the first 3 weeks, we'll begin our online testing, which will consist of behavioural, numerical and verbal. Following on from that, if you're successful, you'll go straight to a video interview, and if you're successful at that stage, we will have our assessment centres, which will be held at the end of November. So this is the proposed selection process. I have the dates just up there just to give you an idea. The online application will close on the 26th. The online assessment will run from the 12th to the 2nd of November. Video interviews from the 2nd to the 9th of November. Assessment centres are from the 26th to the 29th of November. Offers will go out in December and acceptance in January. So all of our graduates that are offered roles will then start in the business on the 2nd of September 2013. Our success stories, I suppose, are Carrie Lisi, who's our financial controller in MRPI, started as a graduate. She's off the graduate programme about 6 to 7 years now. Glenn Coulter is our commercial financial controller in MWB. Susan Burke is our strategy and planning controller in group. Edel Russell has recently been appointed to the board of directors. She's our head of innovation at Musgrave Retail Partners Ireland. And then we've got Paul Morgan, Laura Murphy, Laura Kennedy and Robbie Smith, who are all training managers within the different divisions. I've kept it very, I suppose, very brief and really just to kind of give you a synopsis of what we're about. In terms of applying, I suppose my advice to you is really to be honest. Like, we're looking for, I suppose, certainly academic excellence and work experience and anything else you can bring to it. But as well, you more than likely do different things at the weekends or outside of college hours that we really want to hear about. You all have amazing personalities, and make sure that organisations can see that when you're applying for graduate programmes or jobs. So I'm going to leave it there. These are our contact details. So you can email any queries that you might have, or I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have after.